Hi, collective. I felt guided to come on and do another general reading for the collective. And I was playing around the other day with different tarot spreads and ideas that I wanted to kind of incorporate on this channel. And I was, well, I did a tarot spread that was like a little house. So it's like what's going on inside your house, so that's like internally, what's the foundation for those feelings. Then it's like what's protecting you, what's guiding you, your roof. And then for the back, it's like what's your backyard? What are you looking onto that other people can't see? And then the front, where are you projecting your energy outwards? Where are you looking out on? And that, like, so how are you projecting yourself? And then also an outside energy of some, oh my goodness, of someone you're relating to, and then also an outside energy of yourself. This is interesting. The energy has been really, well, intense. I had a particular thing happen exactly when Venus and Uranus squared, and it was not that fun. Magician. Yeah. Very potent, powerful energy. So be careful of how you're negotiating the energies at this time. Always trust yourself. Always listen to yourself. And never second guess if you want to remove yourself from a situation, regardless of who it is, what's going on. If you feel intuitively or instinctually like you need to leave and remove yourself from a situation or end a phone call or whatever it is, please listen to that, okay? It's very important you do. And the more you honor those things, those messages you're receiving from yourself, like this is just, I cannot be in this energy space right now. I need to leave this energy space. The more you listen to those and follow through with your inner voice, the stronger your inner voice gets, okay? Because when your intuition and your guides and your instincts are telling you, leave, don't be here, this isn't where you should be right now, and you refuse that, then they're like, okay, well, I guess they're, Andy's not going to listen, so we're not, we're not going to send in those messages, right? So, yeah, that's a message for someone. Okay, and if whoever you're with, or if however this relates to an outside energy, they should understand you, right? Like they should be accepting of that. They should be okay with that. And if they start freaking out or they're furious or that causes a big explosion, then that tells you something about that person's energy. Like, why would somebody want to like pin you down, pull you down, make you stay somewhere you don't want to be, right? Metaphorically, right? But hopefully not actually. Okay, so I wasn't planning on getting into that, but I felt that come through with the Magician card. Careful of the energies you're manifesting. Always stay true to your inner voice and inner guidance. So let's look at your house, your little house here, your spiritual house. I'm going to do the oracle cards, and then I'm also going to use these cards I received. These cards are pretty interesting because they have the meanings of the upright and the reverse on the cards. And, I was talking to someone and they were saying, well, you can always tell when a tarot reader is real or whatever by like if they know the meanings of the cards or if they don't. But that's not really how this works. Tarot's a tool, right? And you can use it in different ways, just like you can use a shovel to do different things. And so you can use tarot as like an intuitive tool where you just focus on the images or maybe even the way they fall on the table or creating like a certain pattern for you that's sparking some kind of guided message or intuition or memory of yours. And so you can trust it that way. Or of course you can go by the meanings of the cards if that's how you operate better. So however you want to work with the tarot, is good as long as it shouldn't feel forced and it shouldn't feel like you're getting bogged down with having to remember things. If you're just learning the tarot and the Knight of Swords in reverse comes out and you're like, I don't know what that means, just be quiet and listen to what's coming in, regardless of what the card actually means according to the books, right? I feel like most people here have had experiences with tarot, like I'm hearing one-on-one in their hands. And so you probably know this, okay? Yes, and this is also going back to that message of trusting your intuition, trusting your guides, trusting those thoughts that pop into your head as guided messages, right? And the more that you follow through with those, the more that you listen to those, the more you honor those, the stronger it will get. Okay, the more you resist it and, try to go a different route that doesn't feel natural or normal to you or in alignment with you, then the more difficult it will be. Okay? Yeah, so I'm going to use these, but I thought it was really cool because sometimes, you know, when I'm doing a reading and I'm not really getting a strong channeled hit off a card or a bunch of cards, I know the meanings of the cards and then I'll go there, but I'm kind of stuck on certain meanings of certain cards, right? Like some cards just keep meaning the same thing to me. So I'm like, maybe this will like spark something else. So I haven't used it yet. I'm curious to see what would happen. Maybe it's going to be totally throw my intuition off. I don't know. We're going to see. And yeah, we're going to see here. This is a strange energy collective. Also, I just made a tea. Are we ever going to get into this reading, Andy? I don't know. Okay. I made a tea, and these teas have they're yogi teas. They have little messages on them, and I haven't read it yet. It says, we all want to be understood, to be acknowledged, to be loved. Oh, yes. Yes, we do. But it starts with you acknowledging yourself and loving yourself, right? Because then it doesn't really matter who does or who doesn't, right? It's just a extra... I'm hearing puppy. Okay, an extra compliment that I heard puppy. Okay. Let's get the house. Spirit guides. What do you want to say to the collective? I'm hearing get more serious. All right. Love that. Wow. This is good. This is a positive message here for you. This is confirmation of the work you've been doing, okay? And you have been doing some spiritual awakening type work here. And the outside energy. And how collective is projecting themselves on the outside energy. Okay. So we got, for the inside, what's going on inside you, spiritually, your soul, we have beauty. And the last collective reading, I said, you know, when you do shadow work, it really shifts something within you in a really beautiful way. You know, there's an inner beauty that starts to happen. And I feel like, what do I mean by inner beauty? I feel like with this picture, it's like that blossoming of a flower. You know, and you see when you plant something or you're tending to a garden and you see, you know, the stems come out and you could see the bud and you're just kind of waiting to see what it's going to look like. And then it finally blooms and you're like, wow, it's beautiful. This is what I feel is inside inner beauty. When inner beauty blooms, it feels like, wow, that's way more beautiful than I ever anticipated it to be or feel like or nourish myself with. Okay, so great. And I feel like because we're doing this house reading, which is interesting, this is something that you're protecting as well. And I'm seeing this 4 walls that I've created here with the cards. I'm seeing this as like also the 4 elements. You can think about it, right? How is this being protected by the 4 elements? Earth, water, fire, and air. How are you working with those in a way to cultivate your inner beauty? So I'll leave that there for you to interpret on your own. Your foundation is beginnings with the new moon. This is a big time. This is a big time. You know, it's been a big time, I'd say, for the last like 2, maybe 2.5 years, but definitely the last 2 years. It's been like ascension has taken off. It's been go time. I feel like there's almost been like a fast forwarding that's happened, that's been activated. It's like, okay, we're going now. This is it. You know, we're on the spaceship and we're about to take off, right? This is what it feels like. And this is the new beginning that is your foundation right now. In the past, you could have been resisting this energy, resisting the growth that was trying to happen. And if that's the case, then you might have found that you were kind of in a slump, kind of in a void where there was like little action taking place. You might have felt tied up to something. I'm thinking particularly here like a career or a group of friends or a certain location. It's like, why am I here? When am I getting out? Where is this going? That kind of energy. And you've had a shift here because you've laid a new foundation down and put yourself into alignment with others who are on the same journey as you. And it's like alignment spiritually. It's not necessarily that you've connected in the 3D with these others I'm talking about. It's like you have a spiritual awareness of their existence. So you don't feel alone. You don't feel alone in what you've been feeling all along, I'm hearing. Are we going to clarify these? Because I'm not even clarifying them. Let's get a card out here for the new beginnings. We have the Fool for new beginnings. Yeah, exactly. It says on it, new beginnings. Spirit, you're funny. I'm trying to get like a different meaning and they give me the same thing I just said. Okay, so innocence, fresh hope, spontaneity, inexperience. Yeah, there's a certain amount of innocence here. It's like when you have a spiritual awakening, it's like, wow. It's that Gemini energy in the light, that light aspect of Gemini where it's like everything's just like, I'm seeing eyes like get big like saucers. It's like right here. See, this looks like a big eye. It's like, wow, the universe is so powerful. The universe is so cool. It's an innocence in the sense that it feels new. But yet there's a deep wisdom. There's like that old soul wisdom vibe at the same time. But there's an excitement that's coming along with that, and that's your foundation. You're not planting anything in old, I'm hearing turned over, not turned over soil. So what are you looking at in your backyard here? Which is kind of what's behind you, but it's also what you're not showing others. And I'm seeing will here, number 13. So here's the moons, right? And because this is 13, it's like 13 moons here. So I'm relating it to that. And then it's like the 13th moon here is on the crown chakra with your will. So it's your will to like be a channel, be a vessel to... Well, I'm hearing the galactic universe, well, the galactic power. I'm hearing Jello. I don't know. Jello. Okay, but like galactic spirit. Okay. In touch with the universe. We'll put it that way. Your will to channel and to trust in the light. This really just feels like about trusting in the universe, trusting in divinity, in your own divinity as well. Tell me more about this will. Oh, we have, I don't know. I'm like reading the words before I even notice what the card is. Okay, it's the 3 of Wands in reverse. It says arrogance, pipe dreams, obstacles, delays, frustrations, uncooperative. Well, anything that tried to block you here, get in the way of your will and your connection to source, your connection to your higher self, your belief that you are a vessel, you are a body of light. Anything that tried to get in the way, I feel like you're pushing out. And I feel like you're doing this almost very discreetly. It's like an energetic force field that you're creating here with the Magician card. It's in the little things you do that keeps your spirituality intact. When you look around at the world, you know, it's so sad to see how spiritually disconnected so many people are and how closed-minded so many people are. And closed-minded is really closed soul, closed spirit. And, you know, that could be for valid reasons, past traumas maybe. There's been lifetimes of things that have happened to these souls where they don't want to open up. But you're very open. And that's what's allowing you to get through those obstacles and delays and frustrations and uncooperative people that have been kind of on your path. Now, what's protecting you, what's crowning you, what's your roof? We have patience. Because you believe. That's why you're able to be patient. You believe. It's like you're waiting to get picked up. I'm hearing by the starseed galaxy. Yeah, by the starseed galaxy. You know, and I'm hearing like people can scoff and scowl and think, you know, spirituality is ridiculous in all types of ways, and they can have judgments, but I guarantee you that I'm having more fun than they are. Right? So I mean, that's that, right? Like I feel so good when I'm doing this kind of work, and you should too, right? And so if my feeling good and my interacting and playing with spirit and energy is triggering someone else or pissing them off or getting them to judge me, I mean, like that speaks volumes about where you're at in your development in general. Okay? Because I'm feeling that energy here. So I don't know who's watching, but I guarantee I'm having more fun than you are right now, whoever that is. Okay. So we have here with the roof, imbalance, bad communication, tension, separation, and rejection. I feel like this is what you're keeping out, most definitely. And you're being patient with those energies, but maybe you're starting to lose it a little bit here and you're calling things out. You also have ending, a new beginning again, transformation, change, rebirth, death, time to move on with the death card. Yeah, this has been a process here. There's no doubt about it. And ascension isn't just like you sit here and you wait to get picked up. Okay, you have to put in the work. You know, you have to be ready, because we are souls and spirits, but we also have a consciousness, we also have a ego, we also have 3D experiences, we have psychology, and we have a brain, and that everything needs to be in alignment for that kind of thing to happen, right? You have to do work on yourself, even from a psychological space, you know? You can't just spiritually bypass some of the murkiness that lurks within you, okay, or around you even. You have to learn some of the ways of the 3D world, including yourself, and including taking care of your body, okay, because your body is a vessel. If you are a spiritual person, which I know I'm talking to someone like that, right, or a group of people like that, then, and you're channeling or you're working with energy, you are the vessel through which this is flowing. So your body is really important. You know, I used to work out for body image, right? And now I work out to align my mind, body, and soul. Like every time I'm working out or exercising or stretching or doing any kind of meditation thing that's grounded in my body or anything body work, I'm directly thinking about how this is going to align me with my higher purpose and my soul and my spirit. I'm not thinking about like, oh, I want abs. I mean, cool, but that's not the goal here. And so maybe if you shift your focus on why you want to take care of your body in terms of you want to be more spiritually aligned, rather than to have some kind of superficial interaction with the world based on your body, you may be able to see some results come in a lot quicker here. And those results will be felt in your energy in general, in your aura, not just in the appearance of your body, right? Okay. And be very careful. I'm getting this message very strong. Be very careful of people who try to convince you that it's okay to not take care of your body, right? That it's okay to, I don't know, eat junk food, or it's okay to do that. I mean, yeah, okay, once in a while we can do things like that. But overall, there should be a focus on maintaining your physical health. 100%. I mean, anybody who says that that shouldn't be a focus or that shouldn't be important, I don't know, I would really question. Now, of course, I'm not talking about extremes where there's some psychological basis, like an eating disorder. Of course, you know, that's a psychological thing that needs to also be worked through, including spiritually as well. But overall, you know, I've heard a lot of people recently kind of give advice where it's antithetical to spiritual development. It's antithetical to health, your physical body, you know. Anything else there? I feel like there's something else there. What's that? Swift, impulsive action, lifestyle change. defending beliefs, assertiveness with the Knight of Swords. So you need to, if you decide you want to handle your lifestyle in a certain way, stick to that. Trust that you're guided in whatever it is you want to do, whatever changes you want to make, for your own improvement. Okay, and I'm getting guided to talk about this a little bit, about the vegan industry. And I've been a vegan, I don't know, it's been like 7 years or something like that now. I'm not a person to tell anybody what to eat. I mean, you eat what you're guided to eat. That's totally cool. But what I want to talk about is, the corporate takeover of veganism in general and the health food industry, and the ways in which, vegan food is now like just as bad, and in some cases worse than, fast foods that are meat based, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on where it's like a spiritual warfare if you consider your body to be a spiritual vessel. And then you have industries coming in and trying to like subvert or trick people, trying to get on a path of like auric cleansing by changing their body. Do you know what I mean? That's a message there for someone. Okay, so we have here, what are you looking out at? Abundance. Beautiful. I see a lot of nature here, a lot of connection with nature, like animals in particular. Do you talk to animals when you see them, like wild animals? I'm hearing street animals. Okay, maybe like raccoons. Okay, I don't know. Raccoons and squirrels. Do you talk to them? Do you say hi to them? Do you ask them how their day's been? Okay, maybe you want to build a connection more with the animals around you. They have messages for you if you're willing to listen, and if they're willing to talk, of course, right? Not everything is here for our purpose, right? We have to be a little bit conscious of boundaries. And in the other video I did, I was talking about how I hug trees, and I forgot to say, I asked the tree for permission before I hug it. And if the vibe I'm getting is no, I don't, right? I respect those kinds of boundaries. So this is also a thing, right? Okay, so tell me more about the abundance. We have, what is that? The Ten of Cups in reverse. Shattered dreams, broken family, domestic dispute, unhappy home. So sometimes when abundance comes in a way that we don't expect it to, like sometimes we expect abundance to look like the Ten of Cups in the upright. Maybe you have family contentment, it says on it. Love and support from others, dreams coming true. But those dreams might be ego-based, or they might be deeply intertwined with someone else's energetic space. Did you really want to move there, or did they want to move there? Did you really want to work there, or did they think that would be a good place for you to work? And this could be your family, friends, partners, etc. So when those shatter here, often what is revealed to us is our true nature and feeling around abundance. And this looks like getting back to a connection with, well, I'm hearing spirits, like trees, animals, nature, water. I'm hearing water. And we had that message about the 4 elements coming in. So for a lot of you, you're having more spiritual abundance, and at the same time, you're experiencing like a so-called loss or a decrease of people around you who once, I'm hearing, created your dreams for you. Yeah. Okay, so the energy outside of you, which isn't you, but related to you, we have realization. And there's a big keyhole there. What's that about, Spirit? I'm hearing someone's realizing you're not there for them anymore. You've cut the ties. You've cut the energetic cords there. Familiarity, memories, healing, restoration, nostalgia, reunion, and gifts. Yeah, somebody is definitely realizing that you have cut that out. There won't be a reunion. There won't be restoration. Selfishness, insecurity, jealousy, egotism, demanding, vengeful, low self-confidence, Queen of Wands in reverse. You could have cut like I'm hearing a fiery individual out. Could be a fire sign, but I'm hearing fiery individual out of your life here. potentially an Aries or somebody with Aries placements here, because of their selfishness to impede and impose on your dreams, to try to come into your world, to unlock the door to your world so that they could take up space in your house of beauty. Wow. Okay. We have the Lovers in reverse: indecision, separation, conflict, disharmony, regrets, bad choices. I feel like that's their energy there. And then we have the Hermit. So now it's time for them to do some reflection, right? They have a spiritual journey of their own. Hopefully they take it up here. Potentially it looks like they will, with inner guidance, spiritual solitude, going within, search for truth and caution. We can't do other people's spiritual journeys and work for them. We can't resolve their karma. I've said that a few times on the channel, and a lot of the times here, if you're a light worker, you can see, depending on your placements too, it's like you can really see or feel, the karmic repercussions of someone's actions. Like you can see that into the future. So you try to avoid that for them by convincing them they shouldn't do something, or, hey, maybe you should consider this or act this way, or, don't be a dick, don't be whatever, because you can see into the future what's going to play out there for that person. So you're trying to get them to avoid that karmic lesson, right? Because you don't want them to feel the pain, because you can know intuitively, maybe you're highly empathic or compassionate and you don't want that to happen to that person. But by interfering in that karmic lesson, you're just taking on the karma. Think about that. You don't want that. Do you want that? You can see what it is. You can see what's going to unfold for them. And by interfering with it, you're saying, well, okay, the karma, the energy has to go somewhere. You can't destroy energy. So where's it going to go? It's going to come to you. And that's part of the trick with some of these people who are tapped in, but maybe not working in the light, okay? But they're tapped in. They know they have karma to pay. They pay, I don't really like that phrase, but, they have karmic experiences and lessons to go through that are coming up, unavoidable. I'm seeing the Tower here in their life. And so they hook up with somebody who's compassionate, intuitive, tapped in, I'm hearing resourceful, and they attempt that person to take on their karmic lesson so they don't have to. Now, of course, spirit, laws of the universe, much wiser, they will eventually have to pay out or do what, I don't know why this pay thing is coming forward, because I don't usually talk about karma in that sense, so that might be for somebody here. But it's like they have to experience that at some point, or potentially relive their life over again. I'm not exactly sure how that works for everybody in this context. I'm seeing like a ball turning over. I'm seeing like a scarab beetle roll its shit, right? Which is what it does. Those scarab beetles are about rebirth and life after death. And they do roll their own shit. And so eventually that person is going to have to push a big ball of their shit in their new life. Wow. All right. Okay. Square in Venus. We're square in Venus. All right. Do you feel the Uranus energy here? I mean, I do. All right. How you're presenting yourself to the world at this time. Power and nourishment. You are nourishing your power. Look at that. I love that image there. That's very strong. Did you know that the way you move your body can actually, well, obviously this would make sense to people involved in energy work, but it can bring in positive energy and good flowing. I'm hearing pure flowing energy, and I'm seeing water here, like a pure flow of water towards you. But I'm thinking about, if you're really nervous about something, you're going into a situation, maybe it's even public speaking, I don't know what it is, and you like put your arms out like that, and you or you stand like that, and you really spread yourself out, you will feel like automatically empowered. And so maybe this is a message here for you about how you want to work with your energy and feel that power. There's something about bringing it in, maybe through mudras, yoga poses, or maybe it's just dancing. Dancing is a really great way to raise your vibration. But yeah, it's like bringing it in like with your hands or your arms. I don't know. It's like you need to do something like that. Extend something. Yeah, that's it. Extend into your space. to connect with the energies. And you'll see like people talking with their hands quite a bit. I do that a lot, but you'll see people do it like really out of control, exaggerating. And psychologically, what that's supposed to communicate with a person isn't actually that good. The person watching someone do all these crazy hand gestures that are bigger than what they're saying, it gives the audience or whoever's watching a sense that that person is not in control of the energy, because their energy isn't matching what they're trying to do with the energy outside of themselves. Interesting. So this is a question of working with your hands maybe to bring in that energy, but making sure that you're matching and mirroring the energy you're trying to work with. Like, is it in alignment? Are you taking in too much energy? Are you taking in too much energy? Tarot readings and videos on YouTube about spirituality, books about spirituality. I'm hearing hymns. Okay, hymns. Whatever. If you consume a lot of it, you're interacting with a whole bunch of energy. And you could turn your channel off. Like, I mean your like intuitive channel, so that you kind of create a boundary there. You don't have to absorb everybody's energy. You shouldn't. But some people here, I'm getting that you haven't turned that channel off, and maybe you literally need to turn a channel off, to protect your energy, and only come to a reading when you're matching that energy, or you're willing to work with that energy, or you feel like it's making you feel good. Is it raising your vibration, or is it pissing you off, or is it making you upset? It should always make you feel, I'm hearing real. Protection. It should always make you trust in yourself, feel protected, and thwart any kind of fear here. All right. Oh my God. Spirit. That's the message I got for you. How is it 31 minutes? I love you so much. I hope you got something out of this, if not just for your amusement of watching me work with Uranus energy. And I'll see you next time.